Hi guys, Captain TigerLily here, and we are back with more Tavern talk, and I really hope that Fable comes back soon. I'm actually starting to get a little worried. It's been a bit since we've heard from them. Like, everybody else has come back now, pretty much, other than Baya, but I mean, we saw Baya in the midst of all the Melly being missing thing. So hopefully Fable will be back, and we can talk to them, and apologize. Listen, I don't think they should have gone off in the first place to look for Melly, especially not alone. And it very much felt like a heated kind of thing, and I'm not happy about it. But anyway, we're going to hop in today and figure out what's going to happen. So hit the like button down below if at any point during the video you guys enjoy what you're watching. Hit the subscribe button if you guys do want to see more videos from me. Hit the notification bell, that way you guys will know when new videos go live. And share the video around to anybody you think might enjoy watching me play through Tavern Talk. Let's go. Let's do this. Greetings, brave adventurers. What's that noise? That's his spine. Indeed. Oh. Are you alright? Worry not, friend, 'tis but a scratch. So, about my drink order. How about telling me what's going on first? And returning to a proper order of conversation. Apologies, friend. I might have jumped the crossbow there. Let us recount our tale properly, Dame Carolyn. I don't think there's much to tell, honestly. You look exhausted. Are you wanting some rest, then? No, just want a drink. That can be arranged. Something to regain my strength. A good one might net you a story. No pressure, Care. Okay, we gotta do a good strength one. And as you guys can see now, because it is May, all the Among Us's are gone, and I'm sad about it. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Last Whisper one. She keeps running in and out of here. She's been running in and out of here since I was playing Alan Wake earlier. I don't know. It's not like I got all that. Hey, well, I did get a little chaotic with Alan Wake. We're not going to talk about it. Just don't worry about it. No. Not that one either. No. Why are you crying? Come be social. Come on. Come on. Well, come here. Where's my baby? Come on. Okay, I think we'll go with the feathers. And then from there, we could do thems. And then 3 of thems. Sailor's Courage. How's this one for you? Great drink for a great story. Aren't you lucky? I'd like to think luck has nothing to do with it. Perhaps not. Might have something else to cheer you up. Oh? Melly's back. Oh! Relieved? Like a great sword's been lifted off my shoulders. Is she alright? Yes, though you might prefer to see for yourself. She and Dave left me their address to give you. Ooh. You know them. Right, got it. Only one person would fit such an uninspired name. They better have apologized to Melly or else. You have to find out the details for yourself. Just don't keep them waiting for too long. Don't need to tell me that. Fable isn't back then? No. Sure are taking their time. Feel like looking for him yet? No, they're capable. Just my patience is starting to wear thin. You had some to begin with? You're pretty chatty for someone within great sword distance. Pretty bold for somebody within stabbing range. Right. Can I interest you in one of my drinks as well, Scully? With an offer like that, my friend, how can a skeleton say no? Perhaps something To enhance my aura, I would like to do the proclamation of this tale proper justice. Okie dokie, we gotta give him some charisma. New. There we go. 1,000 wins. Again with the feathers, you know what? It'll do. Okay, so I need 2 blue. And then I need 2 yellow. 1,000 wins. Excellent. I missed the Among Us buzzer. I'm not gonna lie. I missed the Please enjoy. Oh my. They say manners maketh man, but this drink alone has invigorated me plenty. I can almost feel the warmth of flesh on my bones again. A pleasure to be of service? You seem awfully eager to talk about this. And you're not? Was it no help in alleviating that accursed boredom? Excuse me. Again, as soon as I start talking, I swear. It was eventful, alright. Just lacking in a sense of accomplishment, I guess. But no use in continuing the pity party. Let's start telling the story I know you're itching for. Much obliged. We started by making our way westwards. Making my way. Listen, let the D&D-ness flow, and for me, that is Crit Roll, Legends of Evantris, and Dimension 20. Okay, like, you give me any one of those 3 and I'm gonna be a happy nerd. Though our progress was slow. Any complications? Yes, quite a few. He looks so mad. Before embarking on this journey, I was woefully ignorant about the plight of the Fosoan farmers. The less than ideal weather conditions, the flood that ruined a lot of crops, and now this pesky undead problem. I was stricken with empathy for their struggle. The least we could have done was offer up our means of transportation for any soul looking for a better life further north. So we switched carriages. 3 times. For the 3rd time we'd gotten so far off course, it took us a whole day to get back on track. On foot. But once our hike was over, we did get to spend a wonderful afternoon with Dame Cannon's cousin, Lady Danica. That was nice, I guess. Because of the undead snail problem, yes? Did you manage to liven up the garden for her? Sure did. Just had to set out some cabbage to lead them somewhere they wouldn't be damaging any crops, and they were vanquished with just one magnificent blessed strike. Truly a sight to behold. It's just some undead snails. No need to have gotten all excited. To match the excitement, Lady Danica served us some positively delightful cups of tea. Better than any accompanying finger sandwiches. Better than any accompanying finger sandwiches were some new facts I'd gleaned from observing the snails. Even lacking souls, they still displayed some pack behavior. They acted nothing like real animals, of course, but somehow I was struck with empathy for their plight. To unconsciously seek out a manner of instinctual action, despite the lack of anything to grant them a conscious objective. Is there a more transparent yearning for purpose than that? My apologies. It appears what they say about old age is true. You can't help but philosophize. And you couldn't help but relate? In a way. One can't help wonder whether any choice I make is truly my own or just a post-mortem reflex of these old bones. Perhaps even my thirst for knowledge. And yet your enjoyment of it seems genuine. Truly, Innkeeper, you have a way with words. Just a lot of experience. Though that may be, my worries seem rather foolish now. I count myself as quite fortuitous that despite all that my memory lacks, I can delight in learning it all again. Does it really matter, then, where such an urge comes from? Anyhow, my apologies, Dame Carolyn. I completely derailed our epic tale. Allow me to make up for it by continuing post-haste. We departed after that lovely cup of tea and finally headed for the Pale Woods. Lady Danica provided us with a cart and a trusty steed, a cow with the most lovely temperament. Her name's, Lizelot. I think that's how you say that. Or Lizelotti? I don't know. I think it's Lizelotti. Our host also gifted us this delightful lucky charm, so that no evil would hurt us or Lizelotti on our way. But now that our little adventure is over, we thought we'd give it to you instead. A trinket? Some extra luck never hurts. I got a trinket. Oh, it's a little cat. Oh my god. I love it. That's an adorable little fella. Thank you very much. Adorable doesn't even begin to describe the cuteness of that little wooden cat statue. Okay? It's adorable. It's so fucking cute. Glad you like it. I apologize, I derailed again. Where was I? Ah, our journey. I made sure to greet the gentleman that passed us on our way to the woods. What magnificent shadow armor he was wearing. Something about it felt oddly familiar. Perhaps it was only my hope that we would look just as gallant after our quest. Lizelotti valiantly took us to the edge of the forest, where maliciousness permeated the very air we breathed. What he means is it stunk. Real bad. We left Lizelotti there, sparing her the stench seemed like the right thing to do. And forth we ventured. Didn't take a long time to find what we were looking for. The place was crawling with them. Which also explained the fucking smell. For some reason, the miasma didn't seem to bother me as much. Most respectfully, you don't have a nose. Way to state the fucking obvious. But also, yes, I don't know how you're smelling at all, Scully, but you know what? Who am I to judge? Oh, of course. Anyways, there was a veritable horde before us, an army of undead creatures shambling their way through the forest. One gnawed tree at a time. They were awfully interested in those trees, it's true. At that point... Oh, I almost started saying that in Scully thing. At that point, I was ready to start decimating their numbers. And I would have done so, if Scully hadn't held me back just as I was unsheathing my sword. I was keen to observe them for a moment longer. The undead creatures were displaying similar patterns to those snails. They weren't just stumbling around senselessly. Oh, excuse me. They seemed to be following a pack leader. Maybe there was a non-violent solution left at hand after all. I convinced Dame Carolyn to hold off on the violence for just a bit longer. How? It's care. I was still working out the best point from which to attack them. Couldn't hurt to try out Scully's idea first. Except it did hurt. Yeah. While Dame Carolyn remained hidden in the shadows of the thicket, I walked up to the leader, another skeleton, making sure I displayed an open and respectful disposition. I suppose they were not open and respectful in return? Nope. Before I could even react, the skeleton had bitten down on Scully's arm. Agony. I must be in a musical mood because my brain immediately went to Into the Woods. Agony beyond power of speech. Specifically the movie version, because there was something about the way Chris Pine performed that was just so fucking funny. It was so good. Oh my god. If you haven't seen Into the Woods, if you can stomach the James Corden-ness to get to the Anna Kendrick-ness, like... or go see like another musical version of it, but if you're gonna watch the movie version, Oh boy. Anyway, without putting too much thought into it, I threw one of my knives. Sorry. I only realized later that the knife I threw was the one I'd accidentally taken from here. How will my tavern ever survive this? I already said I'm sorry. You could always compensate me for it. Actually, Andrew's bucket needs to be cleaned out. Keep dreaming. Ouch, shut down so quickly. If it kept you too safe, then I'm glad you accidentally took it. Thankfully, your drink did its job wonderfully as well. I don't know why wonderfully was so hard to say. Their teeth weren't able to leave even a scratch on me. Dame Caroline was fast as the wind as she got me away from the hungry undead. And so our fierce battle began. With ease, Dame Caroline took out several of them at once. Would have been easier if I hadn't had to carry you. My apologies, I was still mourning the breakdown in communication. But I got back on my feet eventually. Before long, we were both battling off swarms of the undead. They seemed endless. For every undead creature defeated, 2 would take their place, dragging the battle on. I know one thing about fighting, is that you need to watch your stamina. It wouldn't last forever, but our enemies could. One of them cleaved me straight in half. I was lucky Dame Caroline caught my upper body. But I'm fairly certain we mixed up the order of some of my thoracic vertebrae when we put me back together. Still, being held in her arms put me in the perfect position for a strategy meeting. I thought back to how we had dealt with those snails. Felt like we needed to maximize the impact of my blessed strikes and fell them all with just one. So we baited them and ran, leading them to the nearby clearing. My separated legs rounded up the ones that didn't fall for the first baiting. And once at the clearing, I reunited with myself, luring them all to the center. As all of the undead creatures gathered around my 2 halves, the sky cleared up, and like a crash of thunder, the sound of Dame Caroline descending from the sky, or a tree, was all that could be heard. For a moment, my eye holes were completely blinded by the radiance of that blessed strike. You're exaggerating. I like it. Sounds very heroic. It was. I don't think it counts when what I did was essentially pointless. Did the strike not land? It did. While the strike hit home, I realized most of the creatures could be resurrected again at any point. It's a shame, truly. Even though we fought so valiantly. Oh! But we did get you something else as well, Innkeeper. Right. Here. The tree looked really chewed on and dead. The berries seemed like they were thriving. They're the ones Elfie was going on about. Not that they're here to appreciate them now, so I guess you can have them. Just set some aside to make Fable a drink when they're back. Sounds fair. It was very kind of you to bring them back. It was very kind of you to bring them back for your friend. Ghost berries? Yeah, it was. Hold on. Ghost berries are nearly translucent and only grow deep within the moon swamp for a few months every year. They're safe to eat, but rather sour to the taste. Invisibility? That's fun. I love that. Perfect aid for stealth quests as well as hunting. So they up your charisma and your intelligence, not your speed, though. Interesting. Have we used the lotus flowers yet? I don't think we did. Might have used them for something. I don't know. I still wonder what those undead creatures were doing there. No idea. Hunger? Though it did look like they were going somewhere. Seemed to be heading north. Maybe they were searching for more trees? The Pale Woods is one of the largest forests in Fesoa. I don't see a reason for them to leave the area before it was barren. Unless they were ordered to. Don't they typically come with a necromancer attached? Oh my, they do, and I don't suppose that gentleman we encountered outside the woods could have been that very necromancer. I don't think farmers wear armor like that, like what you described. Shit. Just realized where they could be headed. It's true there aren't many woods around here compared to the Pale Woods. But that giant root at the capital must look pretty good to some tree-obsessed undeads. Well, shit indeed. Oh boy. Yeah, I understand Alethia's immediate concern there. Oh my god. Oh shit, I didn't mean to click. So, just to clarify, you believe hordes of undead creatures are marching toward the capital. Well, toward its roots would be my guess. I see. They're headed towards Themis to gnaw at the divine roots, as if to fell the Aether Tree. Precisely. Not that such an action alone could destroy the whole thing, but it would certainly do some damage. What in the fuck are you talking about? Just as I stated, someone is trying to destroy the Aether Tree. The Starfall, the Primordial Flood, even the interplanar portals, it's all part of a big plot. Was that not clear? No. Oh my, that's awful. And insane, if true. Is it working? Unfortunately so. Or do you see the stars in the night sky? I mean, there's one. There used to be more. And we don't know who's behind it yet, either. Well... Carolyn, Mr. Scully, the gentle person you greeted outside the woods. You thought he might be a necromancer? He certainly bore the armor of one. Did he seem like he wanted to kill everyone? Not particularly, though it can be hard to tell sometimes. Politeness and the desire for homicide aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. You know, that's a good point. You can be polite and also be a serial killer. Like, I'm just saying. So I'm wondering if this person with the dark armor, whatever, that they think it's the necromancer, is that the same person that sent us the letter that they gave to Kyle? Don't like it. I don't like that it's all tying together and in not a good way. Necromancers resurrect dead things to make undead creatures. Indeed they do. So, Scully, you were resurrected, right? Do you remember anything about it? Well, I admit at first I recalled very little from the start of my new life. I mostly stumbled about trying to remember my manners. But my memories, or rather, the memories of my body, which I suppose are also my memories, have been getting clearer lately. Let me try to focus my thoughts. I believe I awakened in the archives, in the Everbloom. The Everbloom? Did you encounter any bleak stalkers? Why, I did indeed. They seemed very hungry for my bones. Such interesting creatures. They remind me of the old intellect wombats. Do those beasts still roam for Soa? No. What are intellect wombats? Priorities, Tia. Scully, who woke you up? A gentleman of fine age. I believe he was there to do research? I remember candles held over notes scribbled on paper, ink stains on fingertips. He must have found me near my friend's study. I remember I was looking for her when, after I woke up, I simply left. How rude and uninquisitive of me. I should have asked what he was researching. I could have helped. Be glad you did not aid him. We found his notes. They spoke of the destruction of the universe. Did the guy from the woods remind you of the one in the archives? Now that you mention it... I wasn't conscious enough to recognize faces when I rose, but the armor looked familiar. I think I saw it when I first reopened my eyes. Metaphorically, of course. I no longer have eyelids. The necromancer is behind all this? Is he trying to break the sigils just to get to Tuat, the spirit dragon, and the realm of death? Sigils? Are you perchance speaking of the sigils of Alcahest? My friend was researching them once. I always thought them a wild figment of her imagination. Seems like they're not, unfortunately. Do necromancers usually want to destroy Tuat? No, but they do defy his laws of life and death. Perhaps he craves access to all the souls that the spirit dragon guards? Or he plans to destroy death once and for all with his perversions? But my dears, to destroy Tuat, one must find him first. That in itself would be quite an impossible task, no? Not exactly. The spirit realm is well protected, but there are ways to get to him. Can you kill death? I don't know. But merely attempting it sounds disastrous. Miss Ennoir, Mr. Moore, Tuat is the god of death. No matter how insane the necromancer, no one could possess a weapon powerful enough to fight a god. Only weapons made by dragons can harm them. We all know this. You mean like Ur's Great Axe? A weapon forged for the dragons by the dragons meant for only their claws. The axe. I'm with you, little shaken skull. Could certainly cut through the barrier between the astral sea and the upper world, if not through Tuat itself, or himself. Would stealing an axe from a dragon count as a sigil? Alright, you lost me again. I talked about this already, keep up. I'll explain later. It might count as a sigil if it awakens or damages their plane. Should not be awakened under any circumstances. Nor should their legendary weapon fall into the hands of a mere mortal. My, this is quite concerning. I'm right there with you. This seems like too insane of a plot. Even for some big bad evil guy. They always seem to be researching for new heights in their dastardly schemes, or reaching for new heights. We're correct. This one plans to steal Ur's weapon, break their sigil, and then destroy Tuat. Dragons be with us. What about the undead creatures marching toward the capital? They must be a distraction, a way to keep anyone who would interfere off his back. Quite the dangerous distraction, if you ask me. Those bastards shouldn't be snacking away at those roots either way, should they? No. And those sigils of alcohol zest you keep talking about could do what? Destroy the tree? Alcohol zest. I love it, Care. The spirit realm rests above the others in the canopy of our world. What we believe to be this monstrous plan succeeds, it will collapse down onto the rest of the ether tree. Not only would that free all dead souls, it would destroy the tree, our home, our cosmos, and everything below it. It would destroy our world as we know it. Not to mention Tuat might die. I don't think I have to explain to you why death dying would be a bad thing. Once again, can he die? Wouldn't risk it. Though I believe this plot of his has to be limited somewhat, no? Perhaps to the transitional period between... Oh, excuse me. Between the astral moon and the dying moon. Only then would the veil between Cassiopeia and Tuat be thin enough for a ritual of such magnitude to succeed. Wait, what you mean is, this can only happen between the night of the 35th of Cassiopeia and the 1st of Tuat? So it can only work in 4 days. Or next year. Precisely. I guess you can't have a ritual without unnecessarily complicated rules. It is common courtesy. Is it? Clay, I've been wondering. Remember that man we saw on our way back, near Marrow Castle? Yeah. Do you think he might have been the same guy? I do. Strange armor sounds familiar, as does the convenient proximity to destruction. And more so, that blood of the first vampire Kyle spoke of. Part of the ritual to safely traverse the astral sea involves having an associated anchor for your destination. To find Tuat, you need something connected to him. Like the blood of a vampire eternally bound to him? Yes, maybe our villain got his hands on it. Perhaps he knows more of Cassiopeia than I anticipated. All this out of context shit is giving me a headache. And got another drink just to spare help with all this mess. Something powerful enough to get me through this. Anything for you, Care. Okay, that was a lot of information dump all at once, and I normally would let this one go on a little bit longer. But I think we're going to call it for today because, oh my god. That is such a freaking lore dump. So, it seems like this guy that everybody keeps seeing is somehow connected to this. We're hearing the blood of the first vampire. What if the first vampire is actually Kyle? And he just doesn't remember because he has such bad memory. Or he's somehow related to the first vampire, or he knew the first vampire, whatever. And that's why he keeps bringing it up, but he can't remember the exact story, is because one, he's so old, and two, it's Kyle, he's forgetful. I also hope that dealing with all the rest of the problem doesn't make Scully become dead again, because it would be really sad if he was dead in the end after all that. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll pick up in the next episode with making Kara's drink, getting a little more lore. Maybe we'll get to the next day and see what happens. I was thinking we were going to get through one full day in this episode, but I think this one, it's just going to be a short episode for this one, but it is what it is. Anyway, if you guys liked this short little lore dump video, hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you guys do want to see more videos from me. Hit the notification bell, that way you guys will know when new videos go live. And of course, share the video around to anybody you think might enjoy watching me play through Tavern Talk. I also have a lot of questions about, one about Kair's greatsword, because she has taken out, she did take out the Wyvern Chimera with it, which obviously means that it's clearly enchanted and very powerful. I'm wondering about Alethia's weaponry, because we haven't really heard her talk much about her weaponry at all. But I feel like we're going to have two groups right now. One that's going to go deal with the undead problem again, and then one that's going to go after the big bad evil guy. I have a feeling Alethia and Clay are going to be a part of that group, going to deal with the big bad evil guy. And I also kind of have a feeling that Melly and Dave are gonna have to, like, go find something to sneakily figure shit out. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna have to be involved somehow. I don't necessarily know about Melly, but I feel like Dave's gonna have to be involved somehow. Fable, I feel like, is gonna have to be involved somehow whenever they come back. Other than that, like, I mean, Jade a little, but Jade's more of a solo girl, so I don't know. Maybe Baya, but again, she's kind of a solo girly, so we kind of have our core group. Well, I mean, Rhea and Kyle actually could probably be pretty helpful in this. I don't know how helpful Kyle is in a fight, but, you know. Rhea is helpful in a fight, apparently. But anyway, we'll see it next time. If you guys want to check out more of Tavern Talk and see everything that's happened up to this point, full playlist is down below me here on the screen. Link to the game is down in the description if you guys want to check out the game for yourselves, along with the links to my social stuffs, my Etsy if you want to get a critter made by me, and my Twitch if you guys want to see the live streams over there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Most Tuesdays and Thursdays, of course. There are going to be some where we're not going to be able to because, you know, body ain't happy or whatever. Or I'm busy. Shit happens. But anyway, down there below as well is the join button if you guys would like to become a member of the crew. You guys will get early access to all videos before they go live for everyone else on the channel, as well as extra perks as they're out in the future. Your name here at the end of videos for as long as you're a member of the crew. And it helps me be able to get more fun games like Tavern Talk and other such things as we go forward. So that's an option if you are able to do so, if you're wanting to do so. That is down there. It's not necessary, but it is welcomed when it happens, you know. Same with Twitch. If y'all prefer to use Twitch and you want to sub, send bits, whatever over there, that is also welcome, but it is not necessary for you to watch content. Anyway, that all being said, I'm Captain TigerLily, and I will see you guys back at the tavern in the next video. Okay, bye!